Do you ever wish your vocals sounded as smooth as James Bond is with the ladies? I get it. I've been there too. I've recorded what I thought were my best vocals, but when I go back to listen to the raw audio, they don't sound like James Bond in a crazy car chase, but more like Q sitting in the basement at a desk doing paperwork. Boring. Well, there's a new plugin called Silk Vocal that may just be your secret weapon to take your vocals from something you just accept to something you're actually proud of. Hey, I'm Peter, and in this video, I'm doing something I've never done before. My challenge? To use the Silk Vocal plugin to clean and balance my vocal track against the relentless ticking of the clock. Will I do it before time vanishes? Before I start editing, let me tell you a little bit about this plugin. Typically, producers will use a lot of different plugins to clean and balance their vocals prior to mixing. Well, Silk Vocal is intended to be a one-stop shop plugin to get your vocals ready for mixing, without having to use all those other plugins. Let's look at the interface. It's broken into 4 main sections. First, the vocal type dropdown. Just choose the vocal type of the vocalist that sang the track. Next, the frequency bands. There are sections for the low, mid, and high parts of the audio spectrum. Each part has a knob that reduces the bad frequencies in that band. Each part also has a graph that shows the amount of reduction processing happening in that band based on how much you turn the knob above it. Third, the dynamic section. This section has a fader that controls a compressor, a meter that shows the total gain reduction happening to the signal, and an output trim knob that lets you set the output gain for the signal. It also has this cool link button fader that, as you drag it up and down, controls the compression and automatically adjusts the makeup gain to compensate. Last up, the expanded panel. This section gives you more control over things like turning on the high pass filter or turning on automatic makeup gain, and a host of other controls. All right, it's go time. I'll give myself 1 minute to edit a raw jingle about Silk Vocal. The track's about 45 seconds long though, so I don't have much time to go back and listen to any part specifically. Here we go. I'll start off by listening to the characteristics of the raw vocal without the mix. Does it sound boomy or woofy? Is there a lot of sibilance or harsh P or B sounds? Does the vocal lack clarity or sound muffled? Is the vocal too thin or lacking warmth? Once I'm happy with the tweaks, my plan is to turn on the mix so I can hear it in context, and then I'll think, does the vocal sit well in the mix? Or does it overpower other elements? Does it need compression? Can I hear the quiet parts? Are there parts that are too loud? I'm just hoping this thing comes out good when I have more time to listen back to it with less pressure. Wow, a minute is not that much time. I didn't even get to listen to it in the context of the mix before the clock ran out. Before I show you how it turned out though, let me tell you what I really liked after using this plugin. There are a ton of presets that come with Silk Vocal that can get you to 80 to 90% of what your vocal needs right out the gate. The Delta tool is a really cool feature that lets you hear just what's getting removed from your vocal, and using that in conjunction with the solo feature in each of the bands lets you really target the bad parts in each of those bands so you can remove it. I think this plugin's really intuitive. I was able to pick it up really quickly and start using it right away to fix my vocals. All right, let's listen to the finished product. I'll switch the plugin on and off so you can hear what the plugin's doing.
Sweet, 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 sweet melody flowing through the air. It's like a silky vocal hits my ears. This little jingle's totally sweet, 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 sweet melody flowing through the air. It's like a silky vocal hits my ears. It's definitely a vibe.
So there it is. I definitely think it made a difference in my vocal track. I think it removed some of the boominess from my vocal, and when I finally got to listen to it in the context of the mix, I really think it helped cut through, and the compressor helped even out the dynamic range as well. If I could add one thing to this plugin, it'd be the ability to add a reference vocal track so that I can quickly toggle between the reference and the track I'm currently editing so that I can try to achieve a certain vocal style, but that's certainly not a make or break. All in all, I'd recommend this plugin as a great way to help you get your vocals ready for mixing without having to use all those other plugins. I think it can make your vocals clearer and punchier and help you get it to sit right on top of the mix in that sweet spot. So could Silk Vocal be your new secret weapon for vocals? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you're thinking, Peter, it'd be great if I could tweak my vocals to get it ready for the mix. I've got a bunch of junk noise on my tracks and I need to save them. Is there something that can help? Well, you're in luck. Check out this video where I review a plugin that might just be up to the challenge.